Good day, everyone. On today's show, guess what time it is? It's time to unbox some crazy driving accessories for my PC and to try to get them initially working. In reality, I don't know how easy or hard that's going to be. I've never used driving accessories at all in my entire life, even though I've played various driving games. This will be interesting to see how it all works. I actually wonder how it all works with all these USB ports and stuff like that. But it should be fun to check it out, see how it feels, maybe even mess around a little with it on the show today. So, it's going to be a good one. Sit back and relax. It is time, once again, for an exciting, fun, and chill episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Today is Monday, the 9th of June, 2025. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 Podcast. If you're wondering why my eyes may look a little bit like perhaps I've been crying, well, it's because I'm crying with joy, tears of joy, that today we are unboxing this driving force shifter, this G920 driving wheel and pedal set. And we'll be messing around with it and hooking it up and getting it working with my PC. All right, no, that's not why my eyes look like that. Oh, jeez. So basically, this week has been incredibly hot here in Washington State. The temperatures have jumped huge. We went from low to mid 70s to high 80s summertime weather. Because of that, we put in all the air conditioners in the house, and we've had them full blast, and the air is very dry. And it's made my eyes burn pretty bad. So this morning I popped in some, lubricating eye drops, and now my eyes are like, looking like they're glassy and like I'm crying. I'm sorry about that. I know I'm very emotional. And you guys complain all the time how I'm a sissy and I just constantly am bursting into tears every stream. And I'm very sorry about that. It's all part of the e-begging persona to constantly be crying about everything. So anyway, that's what's going on with that if you're wondering. So welcome to the show. I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope that you're ready for a chill day. What's on the agenda for today? Well, as I've already stated, the main focus is the unboxing and messing around with these accessories and peripherals. I've never had this stuff before. I've played driving games a lot. My first driving game ever was Pole Position back on the Atari 7800. But I've played games like Outrun and Outrunners in the arcades, Need for Speed, Cruisin' USA, stuff like that. On consoles, at home, Mario Kart has always been a staple for me. But I've never been a big driving guy. I don't really care about cars. I'm not a car aficionado. I had friends that were like that were into all, driving and racing, and they had cars that they would put the exhaust and systems on and the lights and the fucking all that bullshit. I was never into that stuff. Now, as a creator, okay, I've played various driving games over the years. As you know, various Need for Speeds have always been a staple, but every once in a while I jump into a game like Forza Horizon or something like that. And I've never had a peripheral like this, ever, to do the driving and stuff. So this will be pretty neat, I feel, to have this stuff. By the way, I have the wrong animations. I just realized that's not the podcast animations. This will be neat to mess with this today. I'm curious, how realistic does it look? The wheel apparently has leather on it. I never thought that. I thought it would be like cheap plastic, but apparently the quality is quite good with the build of these things. So we'll mess with it today. Someone said, why don't you play Blueprints today with the wheel? And I was like, oh, that's just, wait a minute. We probably could. Because blueprints, all you need in blueprints, think about it. You need one thing to walk forward, which could maybe be the pedal, right? You turn with the wheel. You could use the wheel to turn your direction. You need one button to click and select. You need one button to open your map. You know, like you only need like 4 buttons. So we could probably play blueprints with the wheel if we mapped it properly. It would actually work. I don't know if we're gonna do that. Maybe we will, but it could be a funny final blueprint stream today or whatever. Speaking of blueprints, I just said final blueprints, and you might say, "Wait, what?" Well, today is the do or die stream for blueprints. As you know, we have been playing blueprints for over 2 months. That's right. That's how long this game has been in my rotation. If you actually take a look back at the playlist, okay, part 1 of blueprints is over 2 months ago, I believe. Well, I took it off my main page, so now I can't see it. But this playthrough has been going on and on and on for a very long time. Here, let's see. Here's part 1. April 10th. So no lie, 1 day short of 2 months, okay? This playthrough is over 50 hours. And at this point, you know, people are like, dude, you're playing it so long, but is it ever going to end? What's the ending of the game? And the answer is, I don't know. The game seems to never end. Like, it just endlessly continues with more mysteries, more puzzles to solve. And I really don't know, like, what is the next big thing? Am I supposed to break down the wall in the chess puzzle room? Or am I supposed to solve the laser candle puzzle in the crypt / mausoleum or whatever it's called, catacombs? Am I supposed to open all of the 8 doors in the hidden underground area? Or is there something else I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know. The game just keeps having more things open and open and open, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So the thing is, attendance and support has completely fallen off for this game. Most people, when I play this game, complain and say, why are you still playing this game? You should be doing other things. There's tons of other games we want more of, and instead you just keep playing more blueprints. And I'm like, well, I like the game. I do. I really like the game. It's unique. It's absolutely one of my favorite games of the year and probably my favorite puzzle game of all time. It'd be a shame to drop it, but I have to understand something. I am a public streamer and I'm making content for an audience. This is not me just making content for me. If it was, I'd probably be playing a lot more games that people don't care about. For example, Metaphor. Last year, I very much wanted to play, but no one liked it. So I decided not to buy it and play it. And it sucked because I know it was probably one of the better games or best games of the year, and I didn't get to it. But what are you going to do? That's kind of the double-edged sword of being a content creator is you've got to find the content your audience wants. And at this point, 2 months into Blueprints, 50 hours in, it's not doing well. Every time I play it, we get lower attendance. We get almost non-existent support. Sometimes that's not the case, but last time I played Blueprints, yikes, it did not do well at all. I think we made $30. So yeah, I can't have streams like that, okay? So today we're going to see how Blueprints does. It's basically the final stream, the do or die stream. Now, very much here how it's going to work, okay? If people stick around and do engage and support with Blueprints today, I will keep it in the rotation just occasionally. I'll do it maybe once a week moving forward just to keep it in there so we can keep making progress, okay? But if Blueprints does horribly again today, then that's going to be it, all right? And, you know, I hope you understand. If you don't, I'm sorry. I tried my best for like a month. I've been trying to rally support and get people to care about this game. They sadly really don't. It is a small audience, and I'm one of the small audience. I like the game a ton. I want to keep doing it, but I got to do stuff people want, all right? So let's see how Blueprints goes. How do you think Blueprints will do today, Jasper? What do you think? Jasper Kitty. Jasper Kitty. Jasper, what's going on? Why are you jumping all over and needing me? Right in the middle of my show. Silly boy. Okay, so, let's see how Blueprints does today. It is really the do or die stream. Maybe playing it with the wheel we'll get some support. Maybe, I mean, it'd be pretty funny to mess with the wheel, but I don't think we'd play the entire stream like that. I'd like to see if we could get it to work, though. That'd be pretty funny. Anyway, so that's the first stream. Now, tonight, seems like it's going to be a hype stream. We will be using the wheel, the pedal, and the shift for American Truck Simulator tonight. People have wanted this ever since I started the game a month and a half ago. They said, will you get like a pedal and accessory and stuff to use for it? And I said, well, we'll see how the streams do. And if you remember, the agreement was that if we hit support goals playing American Truck Simulator, that I would get it. And I'm true to my word. I spent almost 300, well, actually it was over 350 bucks after tax on this setup. So I hope that it works. I hope that you guys enjoy it. The way it should work is it'll be right here attached to my table. So on camera, you should be able to see me driving with the wheel just like this. Like it should be like right here. So it should be right on camera. I mean, obviously you can't see the pedals and the shift will be down here, but you'll be able to see me kind of holding the wheel on camera, which could be kind of interesting. You know, how's that going to work? I don't know. We have to find out, right? We have to figure that out. So let's see. I'm also curious with the background removal tool and such. Is it going to work with the wheel or not? Because it might just remove the wheel, in which case then I got to turn off all the background tools and stuff. Okay, what can I do? So, let's see how it goes. But I'm excited for today. Today should be a good streaming day. It should. All right. Now, following up on yesterday, I just want to say thank you all. Yesterday was a great podcast. Okay, not only did I react to a whole bunch of game trailers, which I really enjoyed doing with all of you, because we got to, learn and figure out all kinds of new games coming up, but also yesterday I gave you my final thoughts on the Switch 2, which is essentially that the Switch 2 currently is a humongous ripoff. Anyone who bought it basically got fooled and scammed because we were all told that Mario Kart World would be this brand new groundbreaking entry in Mario Kart, and it's a lie. It's literally a bait and switch. It's more of the same, no added content at all, and therefore there's nothing to do on the Switch 2 besides play old games right now, okay? So I made a special broken out highlight of this. It's about 15 minutes of me talking about Switch 2 yesterday. The video has done very well. The highlight has over 3,000 views and climbing. It's got over 100 likes and climbing. It's doing pretty good. I mean, I'm very happy that in the fall, I decided to start doing highlights because when I just would talk about stuff on my podcast, it really wouldn't get the attention it deserved. But now when I break out these highlights and I make them individual videos and then I promote them on X and on my channel, they actually do better. So I'm hoping that obviously that video will do much better. I mean, we're 12 hours, it's 3,000 views. It's probably going to get a good amount of views. And I'm happy for that, okay? It means, you got to understand that all the trouble I went through to get the Switch 2 was necessary being a creator, but obviously I'd like to get content out of it, and only having one day of content is kind of underwhelming. It was launch day, and then I did one other stream of multiplayer, and there's literally nothing left to do on it besides just the same repetitive multiplayer. That's very disappointing. So, I mean, to be honest, I definitely thought that we were going to get more out of it. I thought that the campaign would take much longer than 3 hours. I thought that the multiplayer would actually be interesting and we'd be ranking up and excited to do better. And none of that exists in the game. It's pretty sad. Okay. So let's see how everything goes today. I'm excited, but today, will I be breaking out a highlight? Maybe not, unless something funny happens with the wheel, which I hope doesn't, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Let's do this. Let's unbox the wheel. Let's get it set up and working. Let's see how it all works, okay? After that, if there's extra time, let's see how much extra time we have, because I did tell you guys that if you guys wanted me to react to more trailers and the like, I would do it. But obviously, I want to see how everything goes with the wheel setup first before we mess with anything else, okay? First of all, how is everyone today? I see many people, attendance on the podcast is pretty good today. I wonder why, but is it really because of the wheel? You guys are all here to see the wheel. Wow, it's that exciting. The wheel is really exciting, apparently. So good morning. We got Game Boy, King Michael. A lot of people on Kick are saying, say hello to King Michael over on YouTube. How's everyone doing? Doing well? Ready for a chill day, I hope? Cool. All right. Now, guys, please today, I'm going to say it now, support this stream. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, and gifted memberships on YouTube. subs and gifted subs on Kick and tips on both sides. Support this stream. Why? Because I haven't hit a goal since Friday night. Before then, I haven't hit a goal in a while. I didn't hit a goal for Summer Game Fest. Okay? I've basically only been hitting my goals 50% of the time, if that. Yesterday, we didn't hit a single goal between both streams. So things are very slow right now. That sucks. You know, I need to get that momentum back. We want to be doing rewards. Like I said, I was hoping to do DSP Tries It tomorrow for this T-Pain Munchies meal at Jack in the Box, but now it looks like it's probably not going to happen unless we get people who start supporting the streams. All right? Now, today I'm doing something that was very expensive, this wheel, which I committed to you guys that I would do for support, and then as soon as I basically hit the support to get the wheel, the support dried up. What happened? Right? So let's go. Let's get our first support of the day, shall we? Let's do it. Let's get some support. Mozzie, with the first supporter of the day, $2 super chat. Thank you, Mozzie. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. I appreciate that, Mozzie. And said momentum with a big flex emote like this. Jasper's hair is all over the keyboard now. Okay. All right, that's our first super chat. Who's going to be our first tip? Who's going to be our first sub and our first member? I'll be honest, the Kick support has slowed down tremendously. I just looked. We are down around 50 to 60 subs on Kick that normally we would have. They're just gone. And that's, you know, one of the major reasons why support has been slower is because the Kick support has died out. And it would be great to get some more today. All right? Let's get it right now. Who's going to be our first sub on Kick? Let's get our first one. Let's get our first member, and let's get our first tip. Have one of each. Get that support flowing in each direction to get some momentum going while we do this unboxing of all this, these driving peripherals, okay? Lukewarm Coconut, hello over on Kick. How's it going, man? Okay. Are we ready? All right. Well, let's get started, and I will do shout-outs live as the support rolls in, as it absolutely will. All right? Okay, first, let's unbox the smaller thing. Let's unbox the driving force shifter from Logitech. Now, this shifter apparently works with a lot of different accessories. It says on the box, compatible with the G29, G920, G923, or Pro Racing wheels. So you could use this thing with a lot of different wheels. It's not just limited to this particular model of Logitech wheel. You would think it would probably work with all of them, no? Because all it is a controller that you're mapping. When you go to one direction, you're mapping a button input, right? So I don't know why it wouldn't work with any wheel. It should just work with any wheel, correct? As long as it works with your PC, then it works with your wheel. It wouldn't be like, oh, the shift will only work with certain models. That's kind of silly. I'm gonna need a knife because they put stickers on these things. All right, 1 second. All right, folks. So coming back, I got my knife. We had a little bit of support, which is that pop-up you just saw on the screen there. Okay. Let's get through this sticker. King Michael wants to tell everyone on Kick hello today. So there you go. All right. Pretty hefty, actually. It's pretty heavy. I wasn't expecting it to be this heavy. It's the bag. Now, what in the heck is this? That doesn't look to me like a USB connection. So I don't know how this is going to work at all. And it's got a unique kind of thing to clamp it onto a desk. What I'm assuming is that you put your desk right there And then you just screw this up to tighten it in place. That's what it looks like to me. And I guess that these can adjust as well, but I'm not sure how. The height of this clamp thing, it looks like it can adjust. I think, do you tighten or... Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. So when you rotate this thing at the bottom, the teeth go up and down. See that? So it's a dual adjustment. You adjust it both up and down to latch onto your desk. There's also these things, which I'm assuming maybe these are... I have no idea what those are. Are there's... Uh-oh. Does it even work? Uh-oh. I guess we'll find out, but it doesn't look like that's releasing. That could be a problem. I guess I'll have to look it up because I don't know what any of this stuff is, and I might be breaking it right now. I might be breaking it literally right now. Okay. But I've never... This is an old school serial port connector, is it not? So what does that plug into? Does that plug into the wheel, maybe? Maybe it plugs into the back of the wheel. All right. So we've got a shift here. 6. It feels like 6 directions. It's 6 directions. It feels like 6. I guess we'll see when we start messing around with it more. And so that's going to go right onto the table like this. It's going to climb onto the table, probably over here. All right. All it came with is this. So, oh yeah, I was right. It looks like it all plugs into the wheel. It looks like the pedals and this shift plug into the back of the wheel. That way you only need one USB port for the entire assembly. That's kind of good. Rather than needing a whole bunch of USB ports, only one is probably a really smart move. Yep. It actually shows that. Now it shows... These is the worst instructions I've ever seen. There's no words at all. It's just a bunch of arrows and shit. I don't get it. So this is supposed to adjust the height, I see. But I don't know how this clicks in and out. Or how it... They're basically showing you that here, this goes up and down on the bottom. And that I understand. Okay, that I totally understand. This, they're showing that if you go left and right with these, it adjusts this, okay? So I guess these are supposed to stay clicked down. They're not supposed to pop up. They're supposed to stay clicked down. So it's not that complicated. All this does is it gets it to stay on your desk. You don't actually rotate the bottom. You're supposed to be rotating the top. Okay, simple enough. Okay, so that's the stick, and I guess we'll remove the piece of plastic. The Logitech G on top there. So the picture is showing, yes, you plug in everything. You plug in this stick, the pedals, and the USB cord all into the back of the wheel, and the wheel is what plugs into your PC. That's what it shows. So, straightforward. Okay. Cool. So, there it is. Now, do I want to put it on the table now? I mean, if I do, I'm going to have a heck of a time getting blueprints to work and boot up. I guess I just got to have my mouse loose over here. Let's do that. Let me see how this works. Let me see if I can get right on the table live here. So, just like that. Yep, literally just like that. I'm sitting here, wheel here, shift here. All right, so righty-tighty, I believe. Lefty-loosey. I think. Yep, it feels like it's getting tight. Same thing here. Yep, it's getting tight. Okay. And then on the bottom, there's this guy. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, pretty tight. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's gonna wiggle the table when I use it. There's nothing I can do about that, you know? It's gonna move. But here's the cord, so the cord will go into the back of the wheel. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the mic is attached to the table too. There's nothing you can do. When I move this, it's gonna wiggle the mic, it's gonna wiggle the camera. You wanna do a test? Let's do a test. Okay, hold on. The camera has auto wiggle adjustment. Okay. So if I'm using the camera, let me turn off the effects. All right. So here we are. Now I'm gonna shift. Ready? It wiggles a little bit. You might or might not see the mic because it really depends on what we do. All right, but I mean, there's nothing I could do about that. This table is not ultra stable. Everything wiggles when I do. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Looks like there's an earthquake. There's an earthquake. There's nothing I can do about that. It's got to sit on the table, you know? Like there's no way around that. The camera I can't attach to anywhere else. It doesn't. The camera doesn't work attaching to this table. I wish it did, but it doesn't because this table doesn't have a flat end. It's rounded, so I can't attach the camera there. Yeah. The only thing I could think of would be I would have to get like a tripod, um, and put a tripod here on the floor, and it's somehow attached this clamp that this camera is on to the tripod, so the camera wouldn't wiggle. So the microphone would still wiggle, but the camera wouldn't. So you probably wouldn't see as much wiggling. Yeah, there's not much I can do about it. It's just gonna look like that, you know? That's the only thing I can think of is to get a you know, a small tripod for the camera so the camera won't wiggle. The microphone has to wiggle. There's nowhere I can put the microphone but this table. Okay. Okay. I received a $2 tip. Hold on. Someone did a ginormous chat GPT thing. I'm not reading that. Thanks for $2. Not reading nonsense. Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's unbox the rest. Okay. So, oh my lord. This thing, oh, it's heavy as shit. It's got to have like weights in the bottom or something. Probably so that it doesn't wiggle around. There's only one sticker on here. Okay. So here we go. The G920 Logitech wheel. Oh, okay. So it's got a piece of paper. It's pretty much exactly the same as the other one. The only thing it's telling you is that it has the same exact adjusters to put it on your table as the steering shifter did, or the shaft did. But outside of that, it's all the same. It says you plug the pedals into the wheel, and the wheel plugs into. Oh, whoa! The wheel needs its own power source. The wheel needs to plug into a wall. Luckily, I do have empty sockets behind me, but that's pretty crazy. The wheel is so powerful, it needs its own plug to plug into the wall. That's kind of bizarre for a game controller. That's not common anymore. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, that must be the power adapter and everything. Let's take out, what's this, the wheel or the pedals? Let's take out the pedals. Oh my God, it's the pedals that have all the weight. Oh, yeah, they put weights on the pedals. That's why it's so heavy. Oh, my God. Holy crap, this thing is, like, deluxe. Wow, okay. Well, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, I'll pick up that screen in a minute. So here's the pedals. They are very heavy. They put weight into them. So 3 pedals, right? 1 gas, 1 brake, and what? 1 clutch to shift, to change your gears. Oh, wow. Oh my God, they have tons of resistance. This one is way less resistant, okay? These two have insane resistance. Whoa. And they are shiny metal. It's very heavy. So like I said, they must have put weights in it or something to weigh it down. That's my guess. Also on the bottom, there's this tread that apparently you can use. Yeah, look. You can deploy a tread, and I think that tread is so that it sticks in a carpet and doesn't move on a carpeted floor. But you can also put that in so that way it doesn't mess with a flat floor. Well, I have a carpeted floor. So I'd want to use that tread so that this doesn't slide all over the floor. See? Yeah, I wonder. Maximum Turbo says maybe the resistance is dynamic while you're driving. It might be. You're right. It actually might be. Okay. So, yeah, just like with the Shift, this also has this weird serial port, but it's the other serial port. See? This is the one that has the pins, not the holes. So that's interesting. I'm curious. I'm going to put it down and see what the pedals feel like, okay? For the record, Jasper is fascinated by this. He's staring at it like, what the hell? So, yeah, see, it's going to need to be... I'm definitely going to have to move my setup because this is too close. Yeah. These things are huge. All right. Trying to give myself more foot room here, okay? Okay. Oh, that's much better with extra foot room. It's comfortable now. Now there's your gas. Yep, that's good. And then there's your brake. Oh, the brake is very hard. I don't know why. That's like way harder than a real brake in a real car. There's an insane amount of resistance on the brake. And I'm wondering, maybe like someone said, was it maximum turbo? Maybe when you plug it in, the resistance changes. But just initially, your foot on the gas feels fine, feels natural. But your foot on the brake is like really hard resistance. And I wonder what's going to happen, if it's going to change or not when we plug this thing in. I guess we'll see. Okay. And then the other the wheels, that's for clutch to change. It's changing your gears, right? Okay. Now I'm not a manual driver. I've never driven manual before, so I wouldn't even know how that's going to work. This is not bad, actually. I take it back. This will work under my table for sure. My feet fit perfectly. There's tons of space. I can do it like this. I don't need to move my table at all. It should work nicely with the way that we have it. Now, Jasper's coming over to inspect it. He's going to thoroughly sniff and rub this thing, as cats tend to do. He's going to investigate the pedals. Go ahead, buddy. You can investigate. Check it out. Just don't chew the wire, okay? All right, he's busy investigating, okay? Yeah, so what it's saying is these pedals will plug into the back of the wheel. The wheel has a power source that plugs into the wall, and the wheel will also have a USB cord that plugs into the PC. So there you go. Okay, now let's take a look at the wheel. Heavy, heavy wheel. Damn. Wow. Real leather. Real leather on the wheel itself. Pretty darn fancy. Yeah, look. Left stick bumper, right stick bumper, your start button, your back button. There's a D-pad. Here's your Xbox face buttons. There's your Xbox button. So it's got the same way to attach it to your table. Yep. Jasper has climbed inside of the wheel box. He's fully in there now. Oh my goodness. All right. So, okay. So here you go. As you can see, as I turn this hook, see the hook is like moving down. And so you're going to attach that to your table and then you just turn it back up and it tightens on there. So it's just two hooks to put it onto the table is all I see. Now it had said, here it is. Aha. It had said that you plug in the accessories. Yes, here's the connector, the serial port connector. I think it's called IO serial port. It's like old school stuff from old computer peripherals. That's the connector for the pedals. There's also the connector for the shifter. So they're both right there. Here's your cord. I'm assuming this is your USB cord. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. Here's your USB cord. I'm going to be honest, it's not very long. This could be a problem. Why would they give you a short USB cord? Hopefully this will reach my USB hub that I have over there. I hope so. This is so short. Are you kidding me? I don't think this is going to reach, to be honest. I really don't think it is. Here, let's try to put this on the table and see if it'll reach. I don't think it will. Let's find out. That's the one I already loosened. Okay, and then this cord actually is supposed to stick out the front here. I see. And then what I'm going to do, I guess what I got to do is I got to plug everything else in first. Because if I don't, when I put this on the table, then the cords are all going to stick out. So, man, this is a pain. It is. There's so many cords. This is an actual real pain. There's going to be a million cords going here to do this. I don't think this is going to reach. This looks like a super short cord. I don't know why they would give you a short ass cord on an expensive gaming peripheral. This should be like 8 to 10 feet. This looks like it's maybe 5, which is dumb as hell. Well, hold on. So, here's the pedal cord. Okay. I'll get this to plug into it. This is weird stuff. So that's going to go here. Yeah, that's going to plug in there like this. Kind of hard to get it to plug in when the wheel rotates. Okay. That's in, and then that cable has to stick out like this. Okay. So that's in. Now I got to do the shifter too. Shifter doesn't need to go anywhere. It's sitting right next to it, so that's not a big deal. This would just go like this. Like that. Okay, so now all the cords should be laid out. Now I can attach... Wait, where's the power go? Where the hell does the power cord plug in? I don't see the port for the power anywhere on here. It claims it's right next to one of the serial ports. Huh? This isn't even what the bottom of it looks like. This is the opposite of what the bottom of it looks like. It's been flipped. What the hell? Okay, there it is. I see it. Okay. So this thing has its own power block. Okay. Jasper loves boxes. He loves jumping in and out of boxes. He's probably going to jump in the box again. You want to go in the box again? Go in? Go ahead. Touching the keyboard, so he's probably doing stuff on my computer. You want to go in? You go in the box. Go ahead. Go in the... Go ahead. Okay. This is the power cord. All right. So this should be okay. That's why there's 4 cord like indentations in the bottom of this joist or the wheel. Because you need 1 indentation for the power, 1 indentation for the shifter, 1 indentation for the pedals, and 1 indentation for the USB. There's 4 different ways that you put cables through the bottom of this thing. Okay. So that now is done. Now I can attach this to the table, and then I got to plug it in. This is hugely complex. It's a major pain. To disassemble this thing is going to be a nightmare because there's so many things plugged into it. Yeesh. Okay, so here is my wheel. This is what it's going to be like, okay? Here's my shift. Here's my pedals. Okay, let's tighten it. Okay. And you have the 2 clicky things. I don't know what those do. If those are supposed to be like the triggers, I'm not sure. Maybe they are. So that way, if you wanted to drive and accelerate rather than using the pedal, you would use that and drive like this rather than using the pedal. Okay. So now let's go back. So here we are. Actually, driving is smooth. It doesn't actually vibrate the camera much at all. See that? It's pretty good. So let's simulate. Remove the pedals again. Hold on. This is what it's going to be like in the real position. Okay. So the pedals will be about here. Yeah, here we go. So this is what it'll be looking like when I'm driving. See this? So I'm driving along. Here we go. It's not that bad, actually. It's smooth. Look, right now I'm pressing gas and I'm turning. See? and then I brake, the pedals are going to have to move a little bit further back, but it's not bad. It's really the shift. The shift is when it gets bad. Whenever I shift, look, it's terrible. But I'm only going to be using shift probably to go in reverse. Okay. But the driving itself is smooth and fine. Like, it's not vibrating the camera. The pedal is not vibrating the camera. Not really at all. It's only the shift really that's doing it. So that's not so bad. Get the sticker off of this thing. Yeah. The problem is the wiring is insane. There's so many wires on this thing. Like, look, here, I'm not even plugged in yet because we got this giant power adapter that I somehow have to now go off the side of my setup here. Actually, I don't know if I have anywhere to plug this in. To be honest, I didn't know that it was going to need its own power source. I don't think I have a thing to plug it into. So I might have a big problem here. See how long the cord is. No, I don't. I don't have a spare. So I'm going to have to run this all the way across my room to a power socket on the other side of my room over there, across the floor, to even plug it in. Wow. All right, so hold on. I'm going to do that. Give me a sec here. I have to get up now to do it. Those read. Those reach. And now the USB is a problem. Wow, right? This. This is ridiculous. Whoa, Jesus! What the fuck? It's trying to kill me. It's sentient. What the hell? Did you see that? I didn't do anything. It was. uh, can you not do that? Holy shit! It attacked me. I literally sat down and it fucking went crazy. Did you see that shit? So I don't know how it works. I don't know how you would adjust it or anything. Like, how would you calibrate this thing? Maybe G Hub, because I do have G Hub. Uh-oh. Guess what? We're probably gonna have a problem here. Because of this all now, my keyboard stopped working. Yeah. I think there's too much stuff plugged into the hub now. So now my keyboard just stopped working. It's not working at all. It turned off. So that's not good. Obviously, I need my keyboard to work, and it just completely stopped. So I got to try to rearrange stuff. Give me a second. So I simply unplugged my keyboard from the hub and plugged it into the front of the PC directly, and it's working fine now. It just resynced and seems to be working fine again. So how on earth would I configure this thing? G-Hub. G-Hub. Oh, I don't think G-Hub will run. Oh, firmware update available for the wheel. G-Hub probably won't run when I have my RGB program open, so I'll close the RGB program. Okay, I turned off all the RGBs. Now let's try G-Hub again. It says there's a firmware update for the wheel. Yep. Let's click on it. Firmware update. Yep, here we go. Install. Please disconnect the USB connection and reconnect it to proceed. Why? And why can't I go full screen on this app? What a piece of shit. Dude, G-Hub is garbage. I can't even move it so I can read the message. I literally can't scroll up and down, and I can't read the message, and I can't go full screen. G-Hub is garbage. Wow, it's terrible. Yeah, the G-Hub app is all fucked up. I can't even close it. G-Hub is complete crap. So now I gotta find it again. Where the hell is it? Here. All right, I'm trying to make it full screen while it boots now before it freezes. Okay, no thanks. Okay, firmware update, install. Okay, please disconnect the G920 USB connection and then reconnect it to proceed with the firmware update. So now I gotta get up and go do that. Okay, Logitech, thanks a lot. It says, updating the G920. Do not close or quit G-Hub or turn off your computer. Keep your device plugged in. So it's doing a firmware update. In the meanwhile, it looks like Hyperfixate had done a $2 super chat and said, what a dumbass typed all that for $2. Shame on them. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe you're talking about that contribution from ages ago. Not sure, but thank you for the $2. And then I got a $2 tip from Dom. I've seen a lot of BS hating online lately, so I hope this helps. Thank you, Dom. I don't know anything about it. I pay no attention. I'm well aware that these morons do all their memes and nonsense on social media and shit. I never even seen it. I pay no attention to any of it. I got my life to live. I don't got time to waste on idiots. So, okay. Firmware update successful. All right. So, oh, yeah. So what they were saying is, here we go. So these two buttons on the sides of the wheel is gear down, gear up. This is your menu or start button. This is your view or back button. Left stick, right stick, Xbox button. Okay, and then what you could do, you could do manual stuff on here too. Commands, keys, actions, macro, system. I see. Steering wheel. Oh, whoa. Holy force feedback. Yo, it's tight. The wheel is really tight to turn. Holy crap. Whoa. It has a crazy centering spring. That's insane. Wow. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that force feedback at all. That's crazy hard force feedback. Show the screen. Do you want to see it? Then you can't see me, though. Here. Okay. So here, I'll get rid of me. Here we go. So take a look at this range, but this is me turning it. It's really hard resistance on the wheel, and you could adjust it too. See that? Pretty cool. I like that. And then you can adjust it so it's not as strong. Like, what if I went down to like, oh, this doesn't do anything? Look, that worked. What about this? This doesn't do anything. Look, it won't let me. It's fucked up. Sensitivity. Oh, I see. So sensitivity makes it that it turns more, it's more sensitive as you turn it. See that? What was it on by default? 50. So 50, okay. I mean, that's not bad. I don't know if I like the amount of force feedback, though. Like, there's a ton of force feedback and resistance. And it says, oh, centering spring strength. It won't let me adjust it. Look, it doesn't work. I click on it, nothing happens. Oh, you guys can't see because my camera's blocking. Great. Okay, hold on. Can't see anything I'm showing you, of course. Here. There we go. So, okay. So as you can see, here's me turning, and it shows the wheel is moving when I move it, but it's got resistance, and it didn't have resistance at all when I first plugged it in. So this is all the components are doing that, right? But I don't understand. I could do operating range, right? I could do that. See that? Like, it's giving me so much force resistance when I turn. It's insane. Like, I have to fight it to turn hard all the way, and then it snaps back. See, I'm not doing that. It snaps back by itself, okay? And I don't have the ability, like, the sensitivity I get, I can't do this. It's supposed to adjust. It doesn't. It's fucked up. Look. I can't. It won't work. I want to change the centering spring strength so it's not as tight. I like it looser. They won't let me. Centering spring in non-force feedback games. Oh, here we go. Now it works. You have to click that. Now it's loose. Oh, yeah, look. Now I can really... There we go. That's better. That's much better. Because that's basically power steering. But that's what it is. So if you have that unchecked, there's tons of resistance on the wheel, and it feels like it's a real car with no power steering. But if you enable that setting, now it feels like power steering. Like most modern cars have power steering. So you're not fighting the wheel. You could just turn, you see? Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if I want that checked or not, honestly. I feel like this would be easier to drive like this with one hand like this with this on this setting. Because this is lighter, you know? Okay. Now, pedals. Here we are. So here's all the sensitivity and combined pedals. What does that mean? Let's test it. So here's gas. Oh yeah, that's good. So that's flooring it. And that's half. Yeah. That's nice. That pedal feels great. It really does. The gas pedal feels nice and smooth. Feels like exactly how you would want it when you're driving. Yeah, no problems there at all. I like that. But the brake is like real hard. I'm pushing the brake all the way down right now. Look. Oh my God. Oh, I can't get the brake to go full. Look. Oh, I can only get it to go half. And my foot as hard down on the pedal as I can go. And that's as far as it goes. So it seems like the brake is off. I'm going to have to increase brake sensitivity. For sure. Let's go to like this. Now, even that's not enough. I want more. Dude, it's crazy. You have to slam on the brake. You totally have to slam on the brake to get it to work. Huh. I don't know. It all started at 50, right? It was all default of 50. Get this fucking out of here. There we go. What is this? Device settings. All it says is firmware is up to date. Completely worthless. So that's it. That's all you can do is adjust sensitivity. The accelerator's fine, but the brake is way too hard to push. And then I like it better with center spring and non-force feedback games. I like this better. It's smoother. It feels like power steering. I'd rather have that than fighting, you know? So there you go. Okay, well, and there you go. Here's how I'm going to be driving my arms up like this and turning with my arms. See, this is what you're going to see on camera. Now, I'm curious, what will this look like with the effects? Like this. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, that works. Just like that, driving like this. The only problem is the microphone. I might have to move the mic over because it will be in the shot. I'll adjust it a little bit. But here's me driving right now, playing Truck Sim, basically. This is what it'll look like. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And you drive with one hand, either hand. The clutch is right here, or the shift is right here. Oh, the shift just moved. That's not good. I guess it's not on tight enough. That's better. Yeah, there we go. There's to figure out how to get it into reverse. The bummer is I totally didn't think about this. I'm wearing a green shirt today, so I can't use my green screen effect because then there goes my shirt. So we gotta have, sadly, the chair will be in the shot, but what I'll do is I'll adjust the mic. I'll move it over here. So now the mic won't be in the shot. I'll just readjust it like that. And this will be it, like this. This is us driving tonight. Okay? Okay. People remove plastic under the brake. There's plastic under the brake here. I'll check. I didn't look. People want me to look under the brake. Okay. Oh, there's no plastic. Pedal by far. It's hard. Why? That's weird. All right. Well, do we want to briefly test it? I mean, the visuals don't look as good because I got my lights on. Do we want to do a brief test? Let's do it. Let's just boot up Truck Sim and see how it looks. Let's see. Hopefully it works. I just bought all this shit. It better work with Truck Sim. Luckily, I still got my mouse here, so I can still use that to navigate. So, D-pad doesn't do anything. Wheel doesn't do anything. Interface or gameplay? I'm not sure. Keys and buttons? Controls. Okay. Keyboard and missing gamepad, missing controller, none. So how do I do this? Ah. Yeah. Keyboard and Logitech G920 driving force racing wheel. There you go. It detected it automatically. Now hold on. Really? Irene says most people change the springs of the clutch and the brake. They come too stiff. I bought a spring kit on eBay to customize mine. Yeah, definitely the spring in the brake is insanely tight, like ridiculously tight, and I don't know why. That's really odd. All right, so Quick setup of the gamepad or steering wheel. Simple automatic, real automatic, sequential, high, 8 shifter. Ideal for wheel with pedals. Use buttons to switch between driving forward, standing, neutral, or reversing. Then press the accelerator pedal and let the automat handle the gears. Yes. Because I want to do automatic for now. I don't want to be doing manual. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's do that. Real automatic. Joy wheel acts as steers. Joy clutch to accelerate. Joy accelerator. No, I want to use the pit pedals. So it says use shift or joy button 4 to gear forward or control to go in reverse, but I have the shifter, but I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it's gonna work. I have no idea. Well, let's just try it. Let's try it here. I'm not gonna save what we do though. Let's test for tonight. Here we go. All right, let's just drive, free drive. Okay, ready? So how do I start it? Start it's supposed to be right thumbstick. No, that's horn. It's left for some reason, left thumbstick, which is weird. I swear it was right before. All right. The pedal does nothing. The pedal does nothing. The wheel works. Well, I'm pressing the gas. Nothing's happening. I don't get it. What do you mean shift? I put it on automatic. The car is off. It didn't start. Then what's that? Why is it's on right now? Is it not? It says I'm supposed to be pressing right thumbstick in, but it doesn't work. This is the right thumbstick and it honks. So they remapped it. That's reverse. I put it in reverse. That's reverse. It won't drive. I can go. I know how to do reverse. You know, it still won't go. No, parking brake, I don't know. I don't know anything about the parking brake. I never used it. Put it into drive. How? I have a shifter. It doesn't do anything. That's not reverse. Yeah, it's in neutral. You're right. It's in neutral. How the hell do I get it to shift to drive? Oh, there we go. Did it just go? No. What does that say? I can't read it. It's too small. That does something. Third gear? Is that what that says? Clutch? How? I shouldn't have to do clutch. It's an automatic. So the car isn't on yet. How do I turn it on? I'm supposed to be right thumbstick. This is the right thumbstick button, and it honks. So it mapped wrong. Maybe the paddles? Those, okay. Whoa, this is completely wrong. They're reversed. I'm serious. This is supposed to be right turn. It's left. This is supposed to be left turn. It's right. So the buttons are all screwed up. They're not mapped properly at all. Yeah, it's not mapped. It's all wrong. So the default mapping of this wheel doesn't work. Not at all. So we're going to have to manually map all the buttons. Here we go. So, automatic gearbox drive. Automatic gearbox reverse. I don't know if it's working or not. I don't think so. How do I get the turn signal? Like, there's nothing here for turn signals? Like, what the hell? I don't get it. There's nothing here to map buttons anywhere. Do you see anywhere where it says map the buttons? No. Here, this here. In-game mapping. I can't do it. Look. What the fuck? Input wizard? We already did this. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't get it. Does anyone know how to do this? Because this doesn't work. Real automatic doesn't work. It maps everything wrong. The turn signals are wrong. The thumbstick is wrong. These are all mapped wrong. All the buttons. I don't know how to manually map buttons. I don't know what the fuck any of this means. So shift up, shift down. That's shift and control. I don't even know what these are. You should have an H shifter connected. You can use it for simulation of the real automatic gear shifter. Enable this option if you can assign H shifter positions, forward and reverse modes. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's working, supposedly. Look, and here's reverse, right? Yeah, see? It's registering. Okay. Yep, I want that. There's nothing to map buttons anywhere. I can't even map my turns, and there's no button to turn on the fucking engine. It's supposed to be right thumbstick click in, which is this button. When I push it, it honks the horn. So it auto-mapped it wrong. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get it to map properly. Type in the search what? Engine start. No. There's nothing. I don't know. I don't get it. Why is this gotta be so fucking frustrating? Why can't it just work? No, you have to sit here and fuck with it because it's PC, right? It can't just work. I have to waste 4 hours doing this. Try ignition. Nope. Nope. Keys and buttons are down below. Okay, throttle, brake reverse. We already have all this stuff. So start, stop engine electricity. E or joy button 9. Okay, they made it button 8. See that? Okay. Wipers. Do I want wipers? Maybe I should put wipers as a button. Right now it's P. Okay, here we go. Left turn indicator. Got it. Right turn indicator. Got it. Okay. How about headlights? Is that light modes? It might be light modes. Now I have no horn, but I don't really need one. Sadly, there's no middle button to smash to get your horn. I wish there was. Let's see. Horn. I'll make Y my horn. Here we go. Light modes. I'll have be up on the D-pad. There you go. So that'll be my horn. That'll be my headlights. Wipers should be right. Okay. Anything else I can do manually, I guess. Now, hopefully it'll turn on and let me drive. Let's find out. Okay. All right. Okay, ready? Now, this should start the engine. Did the engine start? That's supposed to be engine start. And then I put it into drive and I press gas. Nothing. It makes that noise when I push gas. It makes that noise when I push gas. So it's wrong. That's not the accelerator. Okay. Okay, so I gotta map it. Throttle. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Go to options, change it to simple automatic, not real automatic. Oh, yeah. Okay. Why would I use clutch to drive and accelerator to reverse? What? Why would I drive with my left foot? That doesn't make any sense at all. What? No. I want this. Are they insane? There. Okay. That's what I want. That is insanely stupid. They're out of their minds. Okay, we're good now. I think it works now. You ready? So, is the engine... Now the engine's off. Now the engine's on. Ready? I got it in drive. No, I don't. It says neutral. All right. It's working, but now it truly is automatic, meaning I'm not really shifting at all. Like, basically now this stick doesn't do anything. Okay. Brake. Okay, the brake works, but I pulled the entire table toward me. I pulled the whole table at me to brake. I can barely hear. I'm going to have to up the volume later because the air conditioning's so loud right now. Okay, but this works. Good. The brakes work. Okay, the brake works nice. Okay. We're finally good. The only thing is I can't look left anymore. Like, you used to be able to use the thumbstick to look left. I don't have a thumbstick. So I legit can't see to my left or right to make a turn. In real life, you look like this, but I can't do that now because I don't have a thumbstick. So how do I look to the left? Do I have to, like, how would I see to the left if I can make a right? Look, I'm blocking the whole street. I couldn't even tell where I was spatially. Oh, okay, use the mouse. Okay, I'll use the mouse to look around. Got it. All right, use the mouse to look like it's your neck. Got it. Okay. Well, that's kind of tricky. This is pretty tricky. All right, I'm going to have to get used to it. So you do this to look left and right like it's your actual neck you're turning in the truck. And I'll have the keyboard here just in case I need it for any buttons, but I'll have everything here. Okay. I'm also going to have to mess with the zoom. Remember that the zoom is wrong? Yeah, look, adjust seat. That's better. Now you can see out your left window as well. I'll have to mess with it to get used to it. So this doesn't do anything. Nope, this stick now, because I put it in simple automatic, does nothing at all. Okay. Oh, you can't go any further on the map. I was going to say, I can't. I got to turn around. The map's a dead end here. Gotta make a U-E in the middle of the street. I got a traffic violation. I hit this truck. Boom! He hit me. Wait a minute. He hit me. He literally turned into me. That wasn't me turning into him. He had a double-decker truck, and he hit me. What a dick. So how do I... Wait a minute. How do I reverse? Oh, where I reverse, you hold brake. That's weird. That's really weird. I hold brake to reverse. I would like to get this working, because obviously I bought the stick. I'd like to use it, but I don't know how to implement that. There we go. Yeah, we're going off-roading. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Nice. Past that asshole. Yeah, the wheels giving force feedback. It's pretty fun. It's like wiggling all over the place. Kind of nice. All right, not bad. This will be fun tonight. Especially when I got my White Claw. I'm drinking while I'm playing. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. All right, we've done it, guys. Now, how do I pause? Oh, shit. Run the red light. You pause with escape. Okay. We got it going. Of course, this is kind of a convoluted mess right now. I don't know if I want to play blueprints with this. I'll probably take it down for now and put it back up for tonight. I'll probably only put the wheel up when we're going to do truck sim. Okay. But, all right. It works. We got to mess with it. I'd like to actually get, you know, the shifter to work. It's not working at all right now. So we'll have to see how to get that to work tonight. But it worked. Yeah. Play blueprints with the wheel. I don't think it's going to work that well. Blueprints with the wheel, just saying. It's probably going to be more trouble than it's worth. Because now, see, now the thing is, now I have to take this off the table, which is a pain. Like, I have to unscrew it, unplug it. Everything's plugged into it, so I have to unplug everything. We have like a million things plugged into it. What a pain. Like, I'm trying to think, how can I do this without it being a giant convoluted mess, but it just is. Like, I don't think there's an easy way to do this. Ugh. All right. So now how do I release it? Like, I guess I have to, like, turn these to the left, or do I push them down? No. You don't push them down. I guess you just release. Oh, when you go left, it, like, pops up. Or it's supposed to. One of them did. All right. So it just comes off like that. And then I have 400 cords plugged into this thing. The one cord that's the problem is the shifter. So if I just unplug the shifter, which is the far left cord, then I could probably just unplug everything else. Somehow I just adjusted my volume. Oh, I touched my keyboard by accident. So let me unplug the shifter. Okay, that's out. That can be loose over here like that. And then this whole thing can just be put on the floor for now, I guess. Hold on, let me go do that. Oy, oy, oy. well. Oh my God, the sign fell down. Well, that certainly was interesting. At least we got it working, right? We got it working. That means tonight we will be driving for real in Truck Sim. It's kind of automatic, though. I wish that we could get this stick shift to work. I did buy it, so hopefully we can figure out a way to get it to work properly, because right now it doesn't. Um, we'll have to see if we can figure that out. At least we got it working. I think it's just a matter of getting it to shift properly, up and down, and, to drive in reverse. Am I going to test Forza with the wheel? Probably eventually. Not tonight. Tonight is a Truck Sim stream. So tonight we just want to do regular Truck Sim stuff. But I think eventually we'll try different driving games with it for sure. Why wouldn't we, right? I would like to try various different games with it. I think that would be neat to try out different kinds of games. Okay. You have to put the game in real automatic, not simple. We had it in real automatic, and it wasn't working. We had it in, we couldn't figure out how to get it to go properly into gear to move forward, which was weird. So maybe we could. Maybe if we manually remap all the buttons, maybe it would work. Now, of course, the next upgrade is I got to get the play seat, where you mount that wheel and all the accessories to this seat, and now it's like you're actually in the car. That's next. That's the next thing I'll be getting. That's about $800 to $1,000, okay? So, look at that. Play seat. Oh, my God. Look, there's all these different ones. Look at these different seats. There you go. That's next. Then I just become a sim driving streamer. That's all I do is sim driving all the time. Now, the cool thing about this is eventually you have to realize we're going to have automatic remote powered vehicles. You know that, right? Like, for example, anyone who you order something from right now, like Amazon, they have a driver. There won't be human drivers. They'll be remotely controlling the robot drones from home. Like that. So what I'm doing now is I'm preparing myself for my next job. When I get older, I'm just going to sit here and virtually drive around delivering stuff. I'll be virtually picking people up, virtually delivering your Switch 2 to your house for launch. It'll be the Switch 4 by then. But there you go. Perfect. All right. We have a couple shout outs to do here. We had Habib with a £2 super chat who said, how much you bought this wheel? The set of everything, the wheel, the pedal, and the shifter was $330 something on Amazon plus tax. So the entire set after tax was over $350. Okay. It's high end. You could tell it's like quality stuff. It's leather. It had really nice force feedback. So it's good quality stuff. But that's what I mean. Like, I invested so much money in it. I hope that we get stuff out of it. I hope that you guys will come by, tonight and hang out with me for Truck Sim, being that we just spent an entire podcast setting that up, right? So thank you, Habib, for $2. And then I got a $2 tip. Unban Buckwell on kick and use the input wizard to set up the wheel. This is so frustrating to watch. The input wizard was crap. We manually did it and it worked. We manually keybound everything and then it worked. Buckwell, you're banned because you were being a toxic dickhead the other day. And as you know, just because you've gifted a few subs here and there doesn't make you immune to being subject to the rules like everybody else. So I'll unban you, but if you act up again, I'm just going to reban you again. All right? I'm going to unban Buckwell. Okay, there you go. NVL Roy, how you doing? So, guys, sorry that there wasn't a lot of interaction today. This was obviously a hardware setup deal, which we knew it would be. I told you it would be an unboxing and a hardware setup. Oh, let me get my screen back up here. Poor Raphael was on his ass the whole podcast. There we go, right? Okay. So thank you for chilling with me. If you enjoyed that, great. If you didn't, well, it was something to do for the show. So a couple quick reminders. Clutch plus shift, then gas, and let go of the clutch. That's how you shift in a mechanical car. Yeah, but I'm not doing that. I want to do automatic, but I want to do it where if I press forward on here, I'm driving forward. If I hit back, I'm in reverse. Like that'd be, and then gas just to move either way. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be the best way to do it, but it wasn't working. I had to go to like simple automatic to get it to work. So we'll mess with it tonight, see if we can get it to work fully. All right. So here's the deal. Today is do or die for blueprints. In just a few moments here, okay? We are going to start up with blueprints. And if blueprints does well today, meaning we make progress, you guys engage and support, and we do well on the stream, then I will keep blueprints in the schedule occasionally. It will not be a full-time playthrough. It'll be something that we go back to from time to time when we have time to fit it into the schedule for like a day stream randomly, okay? If today this tanks and does poorly, then we're not going to play blueprints anymore. All right. And it sucks because I like blueprints and I want to keep it in the rotation. I'd like to see it continue and over time unlock all the mysteries or whatever. But we'll see what happens. Now, it's funny because people are saying only one guy donates for this game. Well, if that's the case, then the one guy who donates for the game, I hope you're here to donate and support the stream. If not, then that's it for blueprints. I don't know what else to say. I really enjoyed the playthrough. 2 months, over 50 hours, but I got to play things that people are going to show up for and support. Okay. So let's see how Blueprints does today. Tonight is American Truck Simulator. Be there for the first time ever. Me driving around and doing jobs with my wheel, my pedal, and yes, White Claw and alcoholic lemonades tonight. That's going to be fun. Okay. So hopefully you will come back for that tonight to see all that in action for the very first time. All right. Tomorrow is going to be the premiere of Mind's Eye. This is a game from the former devs who made GTA. Now, here's the thing. Since it's a brand new game release, I am not doing a podcast tomorrow. It's just going to be me starting up the stream around 11:15, coming on around 11:30, hanging out with you guys for like 15, 20 minutes, and then we're going to get 4 hours of Mind's Eye tomorrow. Okay? Now, if we hit 3 support goals between this stream, tonight's American Truck Sim stream, and tomorrow's Mind's Eye stream, we'll be doing DSP Tries It, the T-Pain Munchies meal tomorrow after Mind's Eye. If not, well, then we're going to have to do it later in the week, but it would be perfect for tomorrow, scheduling and everything, for it would make a lot of sense. Not saying it has to, but, I was hoping that this week, between the first 3 days, we would have hit 3 goals, 6 streams, but right now, so far, we've hit 0 goals this week, which is not good. It's actually way behind what we usually do. It's disappointing. I don't know what to do about it, really. Hopefully, we'll all chill and have a good time and people will support. All right? So let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's hit a goal on this stream. Let's keep blueprints in the rotation. All right? But only once in a while, not all the time, Let's do it. I'd be shocked if that happens. But if you're here, please support the stream. By the way, apparently Buckwell gifted a sub, and I completely missed it. Yeah, Buckwell gifted a sub. I think maybe that's how Buckwell found out he was banned. It says Buckwell gifted a sub. Okay. Yeah, it says that he gifted a sub a half an hour ago. Yeah, he did. So, Buckwell, you are unbanned, FYI. Just please behave. All right. And thanks for the gifted sub. I missed it because I was doing the wheel stuff. I didn't even see it. Okay. Okay. Can we do a wager on how long it takes for him to get banned again? Sure. Sure. Here we go. Let's do a wager. That's makes sense to me. How do you do it? It's called prediction, right? All right. Prediction, will Buckwell be rebanned within 2 hours of now? So now it's 1 p.m., so that would be by 3 p.m. Will Buckwell be rebanned? There you go. All right. All right, guys. So let's end the show. Thanks for watching the Wheel Setup Show. Tomorrow, no podcast. We'll come back on Wednesday and we'll recap everything. How the truck sim went, how Mind's Eye is, everything. We'll get all caught back up. Okay? The one thing we didn't talk about, tomorrow night, would you like to see either Mario Kart Knockout Tour for 2 hours, or would you like to see Capcom versus SNK 2? I'm down for either. I think either would be fun. I like the Knockout Tour a lot on Mario Kart, and I'd be willing to do it. Or if you want fighting games, we'll do fighting games. I'd like your feedback on that. Simpoli just did a $2 super chat, says, play the multiplayer of Mario Kart, stop yapping. Well, we're not doing that now, but... Okay, the light's working? Yes. We're not doing that now, but we could do it tomorrow night, as I just said. So that's your feedback? All right, so Simpoli's feedback is he wants Mario Kart. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Mario Kart. Everyone's saying Mario Kart. All right. We'll do some Mario Kart tomorrow night. You know what? What's funny? You notice in the schedule for this week, I didn't put Elden Ring Night Rain once. Did you notice no one said a word and asked for it? What did I tell you guys about Night Rain? I said, that's going to be a game. It's going to have very short-lived success, and then no one's going to talk or care about it. It's literally been just over a week. No one is talking about Night Rain. It's as if it doesn't exist. It's weird. For like 2 days, people were interested, and then the Switch 2 came out, and then all this stuff happened this weekend, and now no one even remembers Night Rain exists. I knew that would happen because of the style of game it is. You know what I mean? Like, all the creators made their content on the game within like 2 days, and then everyone played it and was like, eh. So, I'll do Mario Kart tomorrow then, fine. All right, tomorrow night it'll be Mario Kart. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Fun show today, for sure. A little bit of a weird one, but a fun one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around for Blueprints and support Blueprints. And hopefully you'll be here for American Truck Sim tonight so we can get some support goals hit. Tomorrow, no podcast, but I'll be back on Wednesday to recap everything that has gone down. I thank you all, and I will see you soon. Peace out.